Hi, I'm Abhishek Rai. I work for BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management product. Today I would like to talk about transfer ownership, which is one of the use case of self-service feature which was introduced in CLM 4.0. I would also like to talk about how it has been implemented in new cloud web service portal which has been introduced in CLM 4.5. Let's start. Transfer ownership allow a tenant or a multi-tenant admin to change the ownership of existing SOIs. For example, an admin can change an SOI's ownership if and only if the SOI is owned by a user who is a member of a tenant organization managed by that admin. The receiving user must be a member of a tenant organization managed by the transferring admin. Transfer ownership also allows a cloud administrator to assign the ownership of an existing SOIs to any cloud user. There are certain validation happens when you try to transfer the ownership. The first one is verification of LHE. Ownership transfer is subject to verification of logical hosting and environment access permissions. For example, the receiving user must be a member of an organization having access to all the LHEs and its components of the SOI's workload. Transfer is also subject to receiving user and potentially the user's tenant quota limitation. For example, if you try to transfer the SOIs within the same tenant, then in that case, user's quota gets validated first. And if you try to transfer the SOI across the tenant, then in that case, tenant quota gets validated first. Requester, only a tenant and cloud administrator will be able to change the ownership of an existing SOIs. New owner, the new owner gets validated. We check whether the owner exists in the database and is associated with the organization. Contract, we also check the contract state. We check if contract state associated with receiving user's tenant is expired or terminated. If it is, then in that case, there's an error message and transfer SOI gets rolled back. SOI state, if SOI state is in provisioning or decommission, then in that case, transfer ownership is not applicable or it won't work. Let's talk about how it happens. It's a day 2 operation. Transfer ownership functionality is supported only as day 2 operation. The transfer is applicable to the whole service. Transferring only compute container is not supported at all. Owner name field and CMDB row level security. This functionality updates the owner name field in CMDB CIs to the transferring name. Along with the owner name field, the CMDB row level security field and tenant relation also gets updated with the correct information. Chargeback. Along with the field updates, the chargeback information needs to be updated in case the transfer is happening across the tenant. Contract lines. The existing contract lines will be terminated and new contract line will be created in relation with the other tenant's contract. The end date of existing contract line will be the start date of the newly created contract lines. Finally, the revoke share on the SOIs. In case the transfer is happening across the tenants, the share on the SOI will be revoked. Here is a list of affected classes where we modify the owner name, CMDB, role level security, and different relationship. Transfer ownership using new cloud web services portal. To implement transfer ownership in new cloud web services portal, we have introduced a new page called team page. The new team page is associated with the service which shows owner of the service and the users with whom the service is shared. So from the screenshot, you can take a look at it. From left hand side, there is a link called team, and on a right hand side, you have a different pane where you can see the existing owner and the users with whom the SOI has been shared. And there is a blue mark in the middle section. This means that this current activity is in pending state and you need to click on update team button to get this complete. Team page navigation. The team page can be navigated by two ways. The first one is services list. In services list, in the owner column, a new icon will appear only if the services is shared. Clicking on the icon will take the logged in user to the team page. Second is services details. Team link is added similar to configuration link on the left hand menu bar. Clicking on the team link will take the logged in user to the team page. Details of team page view. Team page shows existing owner and the shared users list for the selected services. Owner is always on the top of the list irrespective of sorting. Shared users are shown sorted by their first name and last name. Each shared user gets a link at the right side. This is a drop down from where one can make the user the owner of the service, and that can only be applicable if you have logged in with the cloud admin permissions or tenant admin permissions. A delete icon also allows you to remove the user from the list if you would like to unshare the SOI service with the user. Let's perform these activities on new cloud web services portal. Okay, so we are on my services section. I have logged in as cloud admin user, and these are the servers. Let's switch to services. Here are the services. Here is the icon which we talked about earlier. This icon means that this service has been shared with one or other users. So just click on that and it will open the theme page. This star means that this user is owner of the SOI, and CT1 is the shared user with whom this SOI has been shared. I have logged in as cloud admin user, and if you click on this drop down, I have an option make owner. This option won't be visible if you have logged in as end user. You can click on this one to unshare the SOI with this user. So you can click on that and you can see that it has been marked for deletion. Click on update team button to get this activity complete. And you can see that there's a message. During the current activity, system won't allow you to search any other users to transfer the ownership. You can see the message saying that no configuration can be changed on this service while an action is being performed. Once done, the search box will be enabled and you can search the users from there. Let's talk about the search. The top level search box allows you to type username, first name or last name, and based on it, it searches the users. A search on just one character will not be allowed. For example, if you type the first character of the user, system will say that no qualified user for your search. And just in case you type another character, then in that case, system will populate the users matches with the characters you have typed in. So here's a list of users. As I have logged in as cloud admin user, I can see users from the same tenant and from different tenant as well. If no search result are found, the message says no qualified users for your search will be displayed. Already added users will appear grayed out in search result so that one cannot add them again. For example, CE1 is the owner of the SOI, and if I try to search CE1 again, it's grayed out. Let's talk about different scenarios. The first one is when you try to transfer or share the SOI during the operation, all other actions for that service will be disabled. So we have already checked that. There are other scenario as well. For example, if the selected user is either a cloud admin or a tenant admin, a dialog box will appear showing the interactive message. For example, the message will be, do you want to replace the current owner cloud end user with cloud admin? Cloud end user will be added as a team member. This can only possible if the previous owner and the new owner is from the same tenant. For example, CE1 for CE1, the provider name or the tenant name is CLM provider. And if I search a user which belongs to same tenant, for example, Rai, which is A which is the cloud admin. If I select that, you have a message saying that you want to replace the current owner CE1 with A CE1 will be added as a team member. When it says team member, it means that the owner will be changed, but the existing owner will work as a team member, and it means that SOI will be shared with this user. So if you click on yes, you can see that the new user which you selected is the owner now, and then cloud end user is the team member. You can make owner again, or you can click update team so that the selected owner or selected user becomes the owner. This is the icon which I talked about earlier. It means that the activity is still pending. You need to click on update teams to complete this. These other scenarios, if the prior owner was also a cloud admin or a tenant admin, the dialog box would say, do you want to replace the current owner cloud admin 1 with cloud admin? Cloud admin 1 will be removed as team member. Hitting yes will add this new user as the owner and the prior owner will be marked for deletion. So let's identify SOI. We can see a cloud admin is the owner of this SOI. Let's click on that. Click on the team link. Okay, it's still transferring. So status is still transferring and I'm not allowed to make any further changes. Okay, I'll take another example. Okay, so ARI is the owner of third TOI-1 service and he's the cloud admin. If I select any other cloud admin from the list, like below, if you select that, you'll have a pop-up message saying that you want to replace the current owner ARI with AC1. ARI will be removed as a team member. Click yes, and you can see that the previous cloud admin user who was the owner of this SOI has been marked for deletion, and AC1 will become the owner. You need to click on update team to get this activity complete. So click on that. Okay, we'll take another example. So for this SOI TO use case -1, we can see that a cloud admin is the owner and a cloud end user is the is working as a team member. If I select another cloud end user from the search list, for example, C3, Okay, this user belongs to the same tenant, select that. And you see that the system is adding that new user as a team member. What you can do is if you would like to make this owner, then in that case you need to click on the drop down menu and then click on make owner. Else a user from the same tenant will be added as a team member first. You need to specifically select the make owner option from the drop down to make it owner. So for example, if I click on make owner, the previous cloud admin user will be marked for deletion and the new user will become the owner. Click on update team. I hope this video has given you a better understanding of how transfer ownership has been implemented in new cloud web services portal in BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management. Thank you for watching.